The length of an outdoor lacrosse field is 10 meters less than twice the width. The area of the field is 6,600 meters squared. Determine the dimensions of an outdoor lacrosse field. First things first, dun, 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 did you know that lacrosse is the official sport of Canada? Do you play lacrosse? Item number 2. This looks a lot simpler than the one above because there are fewer words, but you actually have to do some thinking, because with the one above, we were given the formula and we just need to plunk in the numbers that we need and solve, whereas this one we literally need to develop it. So if I were to draw this field, I would go like this, and I would call this one my width, and I would call this one my length. We know that an area is just length times width, and we know what the area is. This specific area is going to be 6600 equals length times width. But we need to use what we know about the width in order to express the length as an expression of the width. So the length of an outdoor lacrosse field is 10 meters less. Okay, so I'm going to say minus 10. 10 meters less than twice the width. So I go 2 times the width and I subtract 10. Look at that. I can keep my width here. So I'm going to say 6600 equals the length, which is 2w minus 10, times the width, which is just the width. Now what I need to do is I need to expand out this, and I need to set one side equal to 0, factor, and solve for w. So let's do it. 6600 equals 2w squared minus 10w. We need to set one side equal to 0, so I'm going to subtract 6600 from both sides. So 2w squared minus 10w minus 6600. And I notice that they're all even, so I can all divide by 2. So w squared minus 5w minus 3300. All right, so I'm really happy because my a is 1. Woohoo! This means that I can literally open up those two brackets like this. I don't have to do any factor by grouping, or if you use like Xbox or the matrix or whatever kind of tip or trick works for you. The only problem is there are a lot of factors of 3,300. So here's my little trick. I know that they have to be 5 apart. So that means that they have to be pretty close to even, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to go 3300 and I'm going to find the square root of it. So I know that the two factors are going to be somewhere around 57. One is going to be a little bit above, one is going to be a little bit below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 3300 and I'm going to divide it by 55. Just as a guess. I'm just guessing and checking here. Wow, look at that. Because it's 60. So 55 and 60, they have a difference of 5. Amazing. So I'm going to say w minus 60 and then w plus 55. Because the two numbers multiply out to negative 3,300. And when you add them together, negative 60 plus 55, you get negative 5. So I know that my width is either 60 meters or my width is negative 55 meters. We know that the width cannot be negative 55 meters because there cannot be a length. Length is something in magnitude. We're not talking about displacement like we're talking in physics. We're talking about specific length. So that can only be positive. So if I know my w, I know what my length is, because length is 2w minus 10. So I'm going to say 2 times 60 minus 10. So my length is going to be 120 minus 10, which is my length is going to be 110 meters. Well, look at that. My length is 110 and my width is 60. Now on your master check, you are not going to have word problems. I want you to specifically focus on the task of learning how to solve. But this is just a nice extension. We will be focusing on applications later on.